A dying father handed his son just 3 coins and said, "Spend them wisely." The son thought it was a joke until those coins saved his life. In a small village lived a humble farmer named Haran and his son Dev. Haran had always lived by wisdom, even though he owned very little. One cold night, as Haran lay on his bed breathing heavily, he held Dev's hand and said, "Son, I have no land, no treasure, no wealth to give you, but take these 3 coins." Dev stared at the old, dull copper coins. They were barely worth anything. "Father, what am I supposed to do with these?" Dev asked. Haran smiled faintly. "Spend each coin only when your heart feels heavier than your pockets." And with that, he closed his eyes forever. Dev stood there, angry and disappointed. 3 useless coins? That was his inheritance? After Haran's funeral, Dev packed his small bag and decided to leave the village. He felt he had nothing left, no guidance, no hope, no future. As he walked along the dusty road toward the town, frustrated, his mind filled with anger. Sarcastically, "What good are 3 copper coins? How will they help me survive?" The sun was harsh, and his throat felt dry. Just then he noticed an old blind woman sitting under a tree, trembling weakly. "Son, do you have some water?" Dev hesitated. He had very little left, and the town was still far. But when he saw her trembling hands, his heart grew heavy. He remembered his father's words. He took out the first coin and bought her water and a piece of bread from a nearby stall. The woman held his hand gently and said, "May compassion walk beside you when you walk alone." Dev didn't understand, but he continued his journey. Reaching the town, Dev searched for work everywhere. Finally, he found a job loading sacks in the marketplace. The work was hard, and the pay was little, but he accepted it. One afternoon, Dev saw an old laborer struggling to lift a heavy sack. The supervisor shouted at him, "Move aside! You are slowing everyone down." Dev stepped forward. "I will help him," he said. "You'll get half the wage for doing his job," the supervisor warned. Dev nodded. The old man looked at him with tired eyes. "Why would you help me? You don't even know me." Dev simply said, "Because someone helped me once." By evening, Dev was exhausted. His pockets were nearly empty, and his stomach growled with hunger. Once again, his heart felt heavy. He took out the second coin, bought some food, and shared it with the old man. The man held Dev's hand and said, "Kindness you give today becomes strength when trouble finds you tomorrow." Dev didn't fully understand, but he felt lighter. One late evening, Dev finished work and walked through a narrow alley. Ahead of him, 2 men whispered, "That boy has a bag. Follow him. We can rob him tonight." Dev froze. Fear tightened his chest. He had no strength to fight and nowhere to run. Just then, a familiar voice called out, "Dev, what are you doing here?" It was the same old laborer he had helped earlier. When he saw Dev's fear, he understood immediately. "Come, son, walk with me. This path isn't safe today." He took Dev through a safer street, away from the thieves. Dev realized, with a deep sense of gratitude, that the kindness he gave had returned to protect him. That night, Dev sat alone on the steps of the small lodge. For the first time, he understood the true meaning of his father's words. He held the last coin tightly in his hand. "This coin is not for spending on myself. It is for spending when someone else needs me." He walked to a small village temple and gently placed the 3rd coin into the donation box. "Father, I think I finally understand." The next morning, the old blind woman came to the temple with a child guiding her. She smiled when she recognized Dev's voice. "You gave me water when you had little. You helped a stranger when you had nothing. And today, you gave without expecting anything in return." She placed her hand on his head. "Your father did not leave you with coins. He left you with a heart that knows when it is heavy, and that heart will guide your life." Dev bowed his head, tears gathering in his eyes. For the first time, he felt grateful, not for the coins, but for the lesson. Years later, Dev became known in the town as a hard-working, honest man. People trusted him. Opportunities found him, and his life grew steadily, just like his father's wisdom had promised. Don't forget to subscribe for more heartwarming tales like this one.